What it do, baby? Welcome to Tarot and Energy with Andre G. Chosen Gang in the building. This is a reading for Libra. I was asked as a Cancer Sun, Libra Rising, Leo Moon, to tap into Libra's energy from a specific person. Ancestors, source, spirit guides, cleanse this deck of all impurities. Allow me to see, hear, and feel what you want me to interpret through this reading. It is done. This particular Libra I'm reading for could resonate with you. And so we're going to do a traditional Celtic cross spread, and we're going to select a significator. What do I know about this Libra? I'm just going to split the deck. We have a Two of Swords here. So since a sword does represent Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, I'll go ahead and use the Two of Swords as a significator. And I will shuffle. Now, for clarification, let's just go ahead and read very quickly what this Two of Swords means as the overall energy to the significator. So let's pile through here and find our swords. This card indicates stasis. You may be maintaining the situation in a state of balance by ignoring the underlying tension that exists. This is an uncomfortable position to be in, but you aren't ready to do anything about it yet. You need to speak up and communicate about the circumstances involved. For instance, it can represent a couple who really do not get along, but are putting up a perfect facade to the outside world. Eventually, however, change must take place, for the continued tension is unbearable. Choice is available. Remove the blindfold and look honestly at the situation. So, let's see what it's going to take to remove this blindfold and communicate accordingly to move on to a new cycle, right? Because the Two is reset by the Ace, which does represent a new cycle. So maybe there's only communication coming back or holding you back. And obviously communication is in the form of a cups, but you just had the Sun there splitting the deck, which means now there's some happiness on the other side, right? So what crosses Libra? Significator Two of Swords that describes the overall obstacle they're facing. Movement. Okay, gotta communicate. You gotta get things moving. Okay, let's see. What describes the obstacle? Wow, the Empress in reverse. So, Libra, you have all the qualities inside you of this Empress energy. This Empress is the most powerful, woman, feminine in the deck. Again, tarot has no gender, so Empress energy could be masculine as well, right? It's Emperor, but Empress is the most powerful. So you have all the qualities that embody this Empress energy. And so that describes the obstacle you're facing. What's it going to take for you to level up to this Empress? By removing this blindfold. What crowns Libra? What's known objectively? Page of Wands in reverse. So, Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Maybe you're dealing with a younger woman. And she's part of the overall energy. But again, tarot has no gender because it could be a younger man that you're dealing with here. Maybe this is the person that you need to communicate with. What's beneath you is the foundation of the concern. Maybe something unknown. Another Two, a Two of Pentacles. You're juggling. You're continuing to juggle maybe reality and fiction, right? This facade that you're keeping. You're continuing to juggle that, looking good, and you don't want to let other people know that this relationship that you have with the other person isn't all what it's cracked up to be. And maybe some of that's beginning to show, and now you need to go ahead and come out and get in front of this to represent your side. What's behind Libra fading away? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So all this stuff's in reverse. So this means you're really indecisive. That's another great quality for Libras, being very indecisive. But now you're dealing with potentially a younger person focused on money situation, right? This is behind you fading away. And we can clarify this more as we go through the reading. What's in front of Libra? What's in the near future? And this, you saw how that flipped. The Fool in reverse. Everything is the deck upside down. Now, if the deck was upside down, take what resonates, leave the rest, right? Because I select the significator and I put it upright. And then I hold the deck and the cards can flip as they want. But so again, the Fool in reverse. This just talks about decision making, what it's going to take for you to step out in faith to get to your next step ahead of you. And we'll clarify that. What's the Libra state of mind? What's the mindset? What's Libra thinking about? Okay, couple cards. Wow. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the World upright. So again, this Empress energy that you embody, I'm just going to do it. I gotta show you this. The Chariot on the bottom of the deck. You got 3 major arcanas, 4, 5, call it 5 major arcanas out here. You're one decision away, one conversation, one communication away from making your intentions clear with this person to move forward. The World's on your side, the Wheel of Fortune on your side. It's going to take that communication. Maybe you're going to have to act a fool to do it. You're going to have to get some bravery to do it. Maybe it's something that you're questioning. Is it the right time? Is it the right decision? Well, I think once you do make this decision to communicate with your person, or they communicate with you, one way or another, communication has to happen for your Wheel of Fortune to turn with the World on your side. And it's a good looking card. What's the overall house? All the energy surrounding Libra. And I'm leaving that chair. You're very intuitive, Libra. You know what's going on. You're playing chess, not checkers. This is a great time that you tap into your own intuitiveness, and maybe you can do your own readings, right? So you've asked me to do a reading, but maybe this is saying, hey, you've got the ability to interpret this for yourself. Even the cards just being pretty pictures for you, and as an aid to confirm what you're feeling inside may already be correct. Just up to you to make that decision. What do you hope and fear? What do both parties want and fear? And I was saying I was leaving that Chariot on the bottom when the High Priestess come out. I got 4 major arcanas in a row. These cards want to speak to Libra. There's a message that they are communicating. Big favor on your... This lands on top of the Empress. I mean, who wouldn't want to land on top of the Empress? Pause. 9 of Cups in reverse. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So, 9 of Cups... Sort of like the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is the minor arcana to the Empress. The 9 of Cups just shows you're still 1 cup away from a full cycle. So again, you're on the brink of a breakthrough. We can clarify this in the deal. What's the likely outcome? Good, very good reading here. What's the likely outcome, though? This will be interesting, though. This will be interesting. What are the forces of the universe, spirit guides, divine ones? Says the... So there it is. We've seen the Knight of Wands, and we know that means completion. The likely outcome is you do make the decision. Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Maybe it's the person you're dealing with has those signs, or it's highly aspected in their chart, or yours. The likely outcome is completion. Anything that you decide is going to be the right decision. And let's clarify that. But we'll see the bottom of the deck. Chariot doesn't move. Sometimes it just doesn't move unless you help it move. Okay? You got to start the engine. You got to fire it up. Once you get the Chariot rolling, the Wheel of Fortune, you're rolling the world with your intuition, 1 cup away to completion. What's behind the Chariot? Queen of Pentacles in the upright position. Very, very, very strong card. The Queen of Pentacles has everything she needs, similar to the Empress, right? 1 cup away from a full cycle in a cup. You got somebody here focused on Pentacles here. You're juggling Pentacles here. A lot of money on the mind of Libra, but you've got everything it takes all within you, and you're very close. Once that Chariot's fired up, you spin the block on some communication. Let's get one more card. What's behind the Queen of Pentacles? The Death card. This is not a bad card. This means that you have to kill a cycle out. You don't want to kill anybody. You want to kill a cycle out. If you're one move away, if you knew you were one step away from a breakthrough, you'd take that step, right? Oftentimes, we always think we're much further away from a breakthrough. It's going to take a lot more for us to get this job done. But when you use your intuition, you put yourself in that fool energy and just throw all caution to the wind. I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. I'm going to go ahead and kill out this cycle. I'm going to put to death this cycle, this soul contract, this twin flame, this karmic. I'm going to put this to rest. I'm going to put that on the back burner. I'm going to turn that burner off and let that person deal with their own issue. I'm going to kill that in my life because I've got all these blessings that I need to unlock. Let's clarify some of the things that we were talking about here. And since you got so many major arcana, let's just go ahead and start. We know the Two of Pentacles is juggling decisions because it's right beneath that Two of Swords. But let's just go ahead and pull on this Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. You may be experiencing financial difficulties while pretending, again, you're putting up this facade, potentially, pretending that all is well. You are juggling not only sources of income, but also options for change. This isn't the right time to make a change. Hang in there until the right moment presents itself. You need to overcome doubt and have faith in yourself. So that's really what this is saying, is your intuition's telling you the situations and decisions you need to make to unlock your full capability. Somebody's holding you back, okay? Maybe somebody's taking a lot of money, energy, and attention and time away from you, robbing you of the necessary resources that it's going to take for you to level up, okay? We said this Knight of Pentacles was somebody, potentially a younger man behind you, somebody maybe you're dealing with. This is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, reversed, behind you, fading away. The Knight reverse brings an unwelcome message about money, often a loss of some kind of disappointment or frustration due to an unforeseen delay. Existing plans may have been to be aborted. Delays could cause failure. If the card represents a person, he may be a young man who is unemployed or uninterested in employment. If it's not a person, this Knight shows a situation where waste, inertia, and problems with money exist. The person you're dealing with, Libra, could be somebody you are in a relationship with. Potentially, I saw a page. A page is a young person, male or female. You guys could have a child together, but your baby father could maybe not have a job. He may not have as much money as you. And so not only are you're supporting your child together, you're also supporting him. This is toxic, okay? That financially is holding and restraining you back. You have to be the fool, and yeah, maybe he wants to take you to court or something like that, but you have to throw all caution to the wind because you've got abundance on the horizon. Okay, don't let anybody hold you back from that, because you've seen where this has gotten you, and all it's gotten you to is having to maybe fake it in front of others, juggle your pentacles to offset the inefficiencies of another person. Nine of Cups in reverse. Let's just go ahead and pull on that. Because the reverse position is obviously talks about delays. But it's hard to say anything negative about this card. Even in the reverse position, the worst thing that can be said here is that if you refuse to believe in your own good fortune and take a negative attitude, you can mess things up for yourself. So a decision you make, you think it's going to be self-sabotaging yourself, and this is in the hopes and fear or what both parties want and fear, okay? So yeah, your other person fears being cut off, okay? But you hope you have the intuition that you're cutting off the right person so you can step into the abundance. And then the last card here, the Nine of Wands, is like I said, 9 represents completion, and the Nine of Wands in reading indicates that the job is done. This is the likely outcome. You have had the discipline and ability to plan well and wisely. Your relationships are developing positively, and you are moving forward with a sense of purpose and direction. If there is still opposition, your skills, strength, and courage will prevail over all opponents. So again, you know what you need to do, the decisions you have to make to get the Wheel of Fortune, the world, the Chariot to get rolling. You got to put death to the situation and cycle to embrace your full Queen of Pentacles and independent Empress Abundance. Let me go ahead and just read this death card upside down, so there's no mistake about, well, is it a cycle or is this real physical death? Like, what does death mean, right? Because you would think it's a negative card. Okay? You are putting off making necessary changes, usually out of fear. What we talk about, you got to make that decision. Your intuition's already spot on. You just got to do it. You got to put that chariot in motion. You feel that others are standing in your way, but it's really yourself who's blocking you. You're stuck in old habits that you know need to be changed, but don't want to put forth the effort to alter them, even though you are unhappy with the current situation. Whether you will eventually lead to external reforms. But at the moment, you would rather not participate. You may be depressed or in a state of apathy, the result of refusing to accept the necessary process of psychological death, which leads to rebirth. The way out is to face up to your stagnation, frustration, and unhappiness. Jettison any relationships that aren't working. Begin to make the decision that will throw out the old and ring in the new. That's exactly what this reading says. But take what resonates, leave the rest. That's your reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. This is Energy and Tarot with Andre G. Chosen Gang. Peace. God bless. I love that part. Chosen Gang. That's your reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest.